Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Bafalal Bay, Assalamu alaikum, Al Kontong Al Tol Nal Kontong Ala, Al Nal Badi Malem Lamin Jangma Bojang, Along I wati si famo keta, Kafuntinam Pejo Purnale Diamu, ko sinyi wati tambila be nkatama nung saferol lela, mingo min keta kal bondi kumpato mumbe kirin Kassa Kunda sate kono, jama ka safero ge bal nying mu nyi lok ngo kono problem dole mamanta je problem o mu ya lon ko abe baw debo musa Sabally aning VDC la some members le tema problem o mu ya lon ko atata le fo afutata man sakunda nka fo dame police suba ward bawo be ngalon Kassa Kunda be suba ward la area le. So any problem that involve police non ka report suba ward le, but kabo suba ward a problem on data labang Madina police station ne mumbe Manduar Johnson Manduar ni Busura Johnson oto. Okay. So nga information also to page to bari janimbe any step tal or any publication kela nga fere kele komin dalda kela nyame nga na findings ke nga more consult from both parties but it's unfortunate VDC la PRO Bakari Jalansane was unable to be communicated concerning the issue, but NATA more consult the Munialonko. They are also members of the VDC, and they have been following this case from the first day for last Tuesday according posta lungomina. Okay, about the communicate le muya lon ko atlem victim o atlem accused person oti muya lon ko ya tele samba police munia samba wolem Bakari Gomez, the secretary VDC, PRO Bakari Jalansane, and some of the VDC members, just to name few. Okay, ngani information okay nata wo fana wo findings fact findings kono fana nga police so communicate CID officer nying mumbe suba ward ka ko find out bara fana nata ko ni be explain mole ko ni tata nyame according to the complainants monketa secretary Bakari Gomez and PRO Bakari Jalansane mune bawde bo samba station oto ye report o mun DJ so CID officer nying fati the same thing explain. But nada further ka continue korenge ka kiskislo ke akola nada bawde bo communicate nada some of the members muni along ko they are part of they know something about it they communicate but the other party VDC la Carola we are not able to reach the secretary Bakari Gomez and PRO Bakari Jalansane, but some of the VDC members we have communicated to them. The reason why we were unable to communicate the secretary Bakari Gomez and Bakari Jalansane because they will not be in the position to talk to us concerning this issue. But thank God some of the VDC members Muni Alonko they are willing to share information kaje ko nimu kule ti muya lon ko Kassa Kunda sato bele involved ndu naba nyama manyanda mo kumpala being a citizen or being Kassa Kunda sila or being Kassa Kunda kanunto ibe dunia kono dawo da nyi ko manyande kumpala because it's something muya lon ko it involved the village. Okay, kabrin day one ndol nga nyine tandi molla ko this page is not here to witch hunt anybody. Ndol we don't care anything muya lon ko hapunta sade kono being from anywhere, regardless of your status, your gender, your position, whatever, it's not our interest. Our interest is only to make sure that Kassa Kunda dingoli be dawda en dunia kono no bekerin Kassa Kunda akanatare kumpoto isa kalamuta. But before anything coming dalta klanyame usually, or let me put it this way, at many times before anything, before any publication, nka make sure na fact findings to avoid fake news or whatever. So thank God. So we'll go deep into the details. Okay, information on you mun futata molla follow wala nyinti ko iko bawde bo musa Sabally muya lon ko atlem the late alkalo Sirfo Ibrahima Sirfo Sabally mum banta last December 28. Okay, bawde mala younger brother during the time of Ibrahima Sirfo Sabally alkalia bawde was the secretary bawde ka saferol ke bawde ka signing ke everything. Bawde was in charge of everything. Sirfo was just there to approve, to give the go-ahead, but in any form, attending meetings, signatures, stamp all, everything. Yes, Silfo was in custody of this stamp. But coming out for Nyamen Baldebol al secretary that telecala every activity so get cabinet several to everything just to cut it short. Okay, Silfo nata bang. Cabinet Silfo banda December karo kon last December 28. Because usually nga mulong being an alcalo, being a CFO, being a governor, being a station officer or whatever, there are specific forms muni alonko authorities kawale di ila to keep it with yourself in case of land transfer, in case of bale sandawa, in case of any form of transaction we along quite alcalo involved sate kono leko form letter just to fill them. So you don't need, because they have updated everything. You don't need to take a plain white paper to write everything. Everything is written. Like let's take an example with land transfer. About wale commander being a wale long Kassa Kunda. Okay, that land transfer form when you call that ya be draftlet. So there are only certain gaps that require the dates, the name of the owner, transfer muya, witness all the owner's witnesses, I can transfer muya the witness all, so something like that. Yeah. So what form will silfo banda, what form will some of the few forms will let to the ala custody all to the ala keso konoje, ala bago konoje. Okay. Drame one Mr. Drame mundene land sang tamba kundan kolbu lamin LT tamba, to be precise. I land sang lamin LT tamba na la family level sometimes back, but that was during the alcaloship of the former chairman surrounding Sabally. Because Adamale transactional beke, we have the copy of the first document. Muya lonko land transfer keta from lamin LT tamba la family katani Mr. Drame la family kan. World land transfer document of Adama, the transactional beke. The copy is with me here because that was during chairman surrounding Sabally time. Okay. Kabini wo Mr. Drame lanyin san lamin LT tambana la family bulu. Okay, atata for a period in the month of this January, this 2024, another in turn ka interest sort of put ka lanyin wafu Kombo real estate la. You understand? So lafta nga nyinko la moy bake. I'm just trying to make something clear. Munketa problem between some of the VDC members in former late alcalo na younger brother ba musa Sabally tema for futa the police lafta mo faham munem problem mo nyinti. So it's very important be nganyo alien la mo ning hakilola. Okay, wo Mr. Drame wo land transfer document on another mine change, having a land in Kassa Kunda area. Putka wafu Kombo real estate la, depending on any reason best known to him. Okay, so atata Kombo real estate, but wole nyine tandala ko nibe landing wafula, then we need a transaction between ite Mr. Drame kata Kombo real estate kam. So but then it's unfortunate alkalo ni bandale mumu Ibrahim Silfo Sabally. So at this point of time, there is no official alcalo in Kassa Kunda. Yes, let's understand this point. Traditionally, culturally, in these local societies, we all knew that Komiko, being an alcalo, being the head of the compound, being the head of the society, you understand, being the head of a kafo or whatever, in our local society I'm talking about. For instance, like you are a head of a compound, Nikolati Bandala, immediate younger brother, Waleka head of the compound. Okay, but now we are going to take the example direct to the alcaloship because Walem Isudim Bemum Fokanja. Okay, Ibrahim Silfo Sabally was the alcalo, another band December Karokono. So it's obvious in our local society, we traditional and cultural, if you are to follow it, we all know that our immediate younger brother, whatever called overseer, but I'm saying but with capital letters, that doesn't make him the official alcalo, because Kassa Kunda this is the first time nga alcaloship appointment or sort of from the Ministry of Local Government and the like. Okay, because it never happens. All the previous years, alcalo munka stepping, ni bandare munka stepping get through, traditional in a cultural way. But Ibrahim Sirfo Sabally dismissing Chairman Silandin Sabally to appoint Ibrahim Sirfo Sabally was through, the ministry. So, Kabiling Abanda, at this point of time now, we are again expecting that the same appointment from the ministry who will take over officially. But before then, if we are to look at the traditional line and our culture in this local society, we all understand, we all knew that, the immediate younger brother will be the one to oversee. But despite all that, he was not in custody of the village stamp. Because Kabling Alcalo Banda, the stamp was confiscated, the stamp was taken back to the governor's office. So the immediate younger brother, Bao Musa Sabally, VDC, some of the VDC members say Munsamba police, he was not in custody of any village stamp. I want people to understand this. I want people to, understand this issue very clearly. About what's happened exactly for VDC Samba, because Mr. Dramen in Combo Real Estate la land transfer transaction we need a transfer document from you, Mr. Dramen, to Real Combo Real Estate before we make any payment. So I communication gelato kalamin tamba communicate LT muye land wafala force. Okay, well, this is the situation on the ground. If it can be possible, can you make any, effort or dialogue, to see if there can be any possibilities put in a land transfer document, new document sort of from me to Combo Real Estate so that I can be able to, get my money for the land. But Lamin LT Tamba ya respond according to him, because we have communicated to him too. According to him, I need well, there is no alcalo for now. There is no official alcalo in Kassa Kunda. If we are to follow tradition and local, immediate younger brothers should be the one to oversee before I appoint officially. But for now, if we are to go according to the official appointment, there is no alcalo in Kassa Kunda. So, but what we will do yet still, LT Kai communication to find out if there can be any possibilities about this issue. So, but the same thing, Baufane will go anyway, I'm not the alcalo of the village. Tonya, the late alcalo, was my elder brother. He passed away. Traditionally I should be the one to oversee, but I'm not an alcalo, and I'm not saying that I'm the alcalo, and I will never say so until I'm officially appointed or otherwise. But as at now, the alcaloship is in our compound. My elder brother abanda nyawana but alcaloship ben na korla kono bari. There is no specific person mu yalongo ya appointed officially ka folem alcalodi. So bauka kaya ko jelto, but anyway, I understand that during my time, during the late for my elder brother time, there are forms muni alongo land transfer document kolem. So maybe let me go over the back and see if there is any reserve form. But can you explain further? Can you make me understand about this land issue another nyadile? Because it's something it need to be clear anything. So LD nada explain idea to ko atele land wafu Mr. Dramel. So Mr. Dramel after kamuri in ton ka land wafu Combo Real Estate. Okay, fine then. If you can attest that and you can, testify to that, or you can be ready to, put your signature to affirm that you are the, original owner, then fine. I have, found a reserve transfer document on my late brother's file, late brother's bag. So let me use that to make a transfer from you to Mr. Drame now. From instead of from you to Mr. Drame now, is going to be from Mr. Drame to Combo Real Estate. So bow your formal da be feel carbon the LT to Mr. Drame sanya from Mr. Drame to Combo Real Estate. Wo formal submita because then stampo ni fanamba balale because formal ni muya lonko ato silfo bije draft formal lem based is stamped so only to fill the gaps. So I wanted to be feel signing Mr. Drame drove from Combo Kata Kassa Kunda ka inka ito pick Kata Combo Real Estate. Ala transaction okay ala kodota slanga landing hand over to Combo Real Estate. This happened in the month of January. January is gone. We enter February. February is gone. At this beginning of March. Okay, one Friday, the last Friday, yes, the last Friday, BAW was communicated by one CID officer Fati at Suba Ward, Bikama, Puraite Danko Station to clarify about some documents. Muyalonko already VDC your document ole sambaje document on process Mr. Drame podka lanwa Combo Real Estate la sunkaru boja mombe jola kunda maybe these younger ones may not know but the elder people from my stage upwards in being out on a sunkaru boy because I almost alive beke Kassa Kunda funny recently la moved wale kaito nyin sunya we have to put it in a very clear way like a plain paper sunkaru boja ne kaito nyin sunya from Combo Real Estate la office ka samba ka di Kassa Kunda VDC Bakar Jalan Sane to be precise. Reason best known to him but ngalo neko is obviously clear komiko he have a motive of doing that. But anyway, that's not the issue. That's not a point where we will rely on much. Just to make so put kak more kalamutani ko wakaito soto ta Combo Real Estate bul nyadi le kana Kassa Kunda VDC mol bul Bakar Jalan San the PRO and secretary and the others mune ba sama poli sunkar boja ne kaito ni sunya to the office kana because I communicated to Combo Real Estate to find out about this document. One sister anyway, I don't need to disclose her identity. Okay. Na school Kenyola during birth of time. I communicated about what she told me is that that document they were never aware that that document has been taken away from their office because any document transaction in their office there is only within the company. So ako nada fenke wal do fa ko ita ko sunkaru le document on copy asamba di VDC member sola. Bakar Jalansane and Bakar Gomez to be precise. So Wolfane or document all time they go over it, they how comes this document is prepared in January and there was no official alcalo in Kassa Kunda because late alcalo banda in December. So who prepared this document? Nada find out through the signatures and other things here. Tarako Bao Debo Musa Sabally Wole Kaito prepare. On what ground? Because he is not yet an official alcalo. So how can he have the right to prepare such a document? Fine. This person also, we need to understand this. You see, hadama dingo, nibe balula e balu tonyakan. Nia long na futa de stage lo ko be balula fanialga is better e far. Nde, I have to make this point clear. I, for one, personally, I am never in support of Baula Aksono, simply because I stood for the truth covering day one. All my problems with the VDC, the former alcalos, this general standing jana mod standing Sabally mod standing jallo abe is because I'm fighting for the truth. Corruption or the injustice ibe munta mandika non sade kono je and especially the VDC ila tapale ani corruption on tilimbale ibe munke ka muyanda nibe kelola musiata 15 years to 20 years now. It's because of it. So now BAW is a concerned citizen. Muyalongo is part of us. BAW is the number 2 man in our concerned citizen group. Ndol munube nim VDC nim former alcalol kele kaila tapalea ni sunyaro ibe munna sade kono. So is very disappointing from his side. Kanaje kwa atele wulta kanyim manyake. One have to speak the truth. If you are to stand for the truth, stand for the truth. I have said it earlier, despite, your gender, your position, or wherever you come from, it's not my interest. And it will never be my interest. Even my born mom or my born father, anything ke muya longo, amanke right, is the interest, is against the interest of the village. Mafela personal life, but any, action muya longo is against the interest of the village, I will stand against it. Because if I can stand against Modu surrounding Jalo and in Cherno surrounding Sabally, like Tapalian, Tilimbalian, Sunyaro, and in Kuria Kole Munke, if I can stand against it, Kele, for Bitilombe Kelekan, Munialon ko Wolente brought up, Kabrimbe Dwaring, Wolente brought up, Fongam Fangalong, Nimma Wol to Yedame no Mamrambe Modo to Lage. So I am saying no in capital letters to the action of Bao. Fine. One thing near Bao la ni scenario bejibe. Nte VDC la action or taking Bao to police. I am not going to against the VDC for that because they have emphasized their citizenship. I understand. You all emphasize it. So it's just like you can move for them. Hani Firauna, anala kafiria be, Lundol ka soto ina ka kukende dol kele. So VDC ni la tapalea ni sunyaro ni kuria nyao nya sade kone mundu nyoto is uncountable mota dango lonola inila wobe but ila ni action do they deserve an applause for it. They deserve an applause for it because it's an action that shows that yes, Nina Korea Bay, what they saw out here, wale nyindi ko de tonya imu mokurungol leti, tonya imu sungol leti, tonya imu fania fola leti, but they are not in support of it. It's something muya lonko ibe barakala le, but iman lafala. You understand? So mune serious ta mune kuonyi mfango muna nande I for one I was fucked off about. I was sorry for that word. I was so in pain for it because we the concerned citizen Kabulin day one over 20 years back if I'm not mistaken ka ndole wolta ka VDC challenge ila tapaleanu sunyaro ni kuriale be munna, and this particular bow is our number 2 man. He is the number 2 man in our disconcerted citizen Kafoto. So it is very disappointing today kaje kombe munkele kanu sanji muam komanto be adele mutla ko manyake ndol we the concerned citizens, none of us is in support of Baula action because it's in under the law is personation. A person he play a role of an alcalo whilst among the alcalo officially. Hadn't been, it was Silfo was not appointed through the ministry then, because Kassa Kunda mulong traditional, appointment or lebije alkali banda, alkali do select alkali banda alkali do select, but munening official, appointment on ave from the ministry is all new cooking on be munkele kanna. Because Kassa Kunda tatal for stage ko abe Kassa Kunda be bulakan dinkole ko na tatal for stage sanya abe kaba kunkunga la level kungo da mal to put Kassa Kunda migi ala la de maro nata cheno slandi Sabally dismiss because akotoma munke da mosani Sabally the way the same I tapaliani lan wa fo ni kuria ko ani VDC kafuto nyole wole tamandala wato kono fa banta adoma si da cheno slandi Sabally wo fane the same thing tam tapaliano sunyaro ni fania ka fasa ka VDC support worker for mansanata intervene ya dismiss very disgracefully. Alkalo I malo mun soto ni alkali si fenko kono mo nene ma soto Kassa Kunda kono all because Cheno Sani Sabally as a person niajibe he was a very honest person. But muneketa he conspire with this VDC akotoma mosandi jalla wala step water ka continue ka VDC fasa fania kan ya fanan dundi wata pale ya ku kilin wala kono. Fine. nga for commando ko VDC ilani action taken by the police for this illegal action luwato muyalon kay personation ke claiming to play a role of an alcalo whilst among the officially they deserve an applause. But munya balafa warandi and muyati nala applause in the jamfanola because it's just like komi how do I put this how do I put this my God. Okay, looking at VDC as a whole, it will money about some police because of our personation. Who are those people? Come in manning ko account they come for them muna jumalem. Because it be balu kamuna it life for 20 good years ibe balu kamuna be more wilta a worker it wilta against or marry. It would have been 100% better. Neatlanung komiko an innocent person. Muni alonko their hands are clean. Wole about somebody police for our alaning action on. But muni is some VDC fine. They deserve an applause. Tonyam killing it. Yela sate din yale emphasize ye. But what sate din ya it only wo correct di sate dingola kuria be kan Kassa Kunda sate kono bay Kassa Kunda dingola nyim VDC ni alkalo mo srandi jallo mo banta ni kana cheru san Sabally wolle wo correct di Kassa Kunda dingola sunya ron be kan Kassa Kunda mo srandi jallo cheru san Sabally ni VDC wolle ya fi Kassa Kunda fanya fo mbeta mo kan Kassa Kunda mo srandi jallo cheru san Sabally VDC members wolle ya fi Kassa Kunda. Any form of evil action mbeta makan Kassa Kunda nyim late mo srandi jallo cheru srandi Sabally and VDC wolle ya dundi Kassa Kunda wolle ya tinna akwandano man jamfano because tonya taking out of police yela sade di yale tandi but akwandano di jamfano la karola because it will for them more killing wallet. Yeah, understand because it will be baluka whole lifestyle for 20 good years. So that means it will be baluka muna imalafi more involved. There are certain people muni alonko wole nyanda baw mutalani ya sama police. If in ya soron fam, he deserve it because Kassa Kunda told we are saying zero tolerance to corruption and injustice. Ndol we concerned citizens, we are no more in support of bowel action and we will never be in support of bowel action. Yeah. Maybe, intentionally aside, Willie Munkamba Kawoke. Because through Nala Diamodo, personally, internal Diamoda. But what I understand from him, he intentionally did it out of help because Munekata learning is clean, because Munia learning wafu they come before. To affirm that committee learn for Mr. Dramela, so tapale akuti everything. But ala mistake ko bawla transaction on mistake ko manke kamba ko learn tapale atale o learn sunya atale o kudol ke no bawla mistake ko kita muneti ay kaito mun dada transferring whilst amanke alkaloti. This is the only mistake mun bata bawla karola. But baw claim to do that out of help because already learning it is clean and clear, but tonya mo kelineti ya understand some elements of jele muya lon ko wali ala do ko betinya because of amanke alkalo ya manya do transactional what he should have done rather ni momo nata kan komika je ko alkalo si bela ko dale kono jani officially alkalo be sorla sade kon anyandari fara governolea because stampo sadela stampo be governolea. So nyinem problem with the bound in VDC tema e baw samba ila state suba word bil kama ila statement olta e bota ye refer to manduar ye statement olta from the witnesses any complainant wo be ila statement olta e file oile. So on that process intervention keta diamol keta inata bail diala, so inata foko on a bail diala need last Tuesday, so inata foko Friday wala keta samati ay murun station oto. So whatever the outcome is tomorrow station oto mbal kalamutan la wofananal. So lafta nga faham ko bawla problem anin VDC ya samba muna police station oto. This is the issue nyinem kungonim fenyoti. amanke ka for komiko because diamol siata. This is why I decide to be sure keta nyawonya mfamata online nyawonya nga lafta nga time dim fangola nga time creating fangola kana ka video bondi to make people aware of mumbe caring between bound in VDC tema concerning this land transaction. Land transaction on yamake ka for land tapaliata or land sunyata le bow. No one can dispute the fact that Bao a mistake because Bao is not an official alcalo of Kassa Kunda. Kassa Kunda as of now, there is no official alcalo. This is the problem. Bao is a mistake or not a geldo. So he should have not involved in any document transaction concerning Muyalongo is under the responsibilities of an alcalo because he is not yet an alcalo. Even if he is to be an alcalo, is not yet. And only God knows who will be the next alcalo, being Bao, being myself, despite I'm away, being whoever. Bao shouldn't have involved in any transaction. Muyalongo is under the powers of the alcalo because he is not the alcalo. So no problem with it. But learning, I told that learning is very clean. LT Tambala. Nala family the whole land wafu Mr. Drame la. Mr. Drame, decide to resell it to Combo Real Estate. So Bao yo kaitole dada, using a reserve form of the late alcalo. Kawo kaito transfer transactional dada. So ala mistake or not a janitor. Crime is a crime. Mistake is a mistake. It depends on any money benwala how they see the mistake. If they see the mistake as something muya lonko, it will the VDC munya Sambo police, fine. To other people, this may be seen as a minor mistake. Other people may see it as a big mistake. So mola, aware of views man killing. You understand?